Well, good afternoon, everybody. As for your time, my name is Leonardo Zuniga, and I will be sharing my experience, my personal experience, and also I will be talking about my experience as a frontline worker and as a school settlement worker. Very briefly, I came in 2004, and I did a refugee claim based on my sexual orientation and persecution. My refugee claim was denied because the Immigration Refugee Board said that Mexico City is a huge city where more than 25 million people live in there, and if I went back there and live in that city, I shouldn't have any problem, or my persecutor wouldn't be able to find me or anything like that. And it's completely changed because not because we have La Zona Rosa or because we have a national law about anti-discrimination means that Mexico is a safe country. It's a beautiful and amazing country, but unfortunately we have no rights as Mexican citizens. Then I did a request for a review at the federal court, and the review was denied. And then I got what is called the PRAD, my pre-removal risk assessment, where was going to be set my day to leave Canada. But because community mobilization with a campaign that was called the Legal State, we got a stage of removal, so we successfully went able to apply for my humanitarian and compassionate grounds application. That is what we are waiting right now. And here is my point, like the Canadian immigration system is a completely broken system. I'm sure that they don't even know what's going on. In this case, for example, I have a work permit, I'm paying my taxes, and I'm working under this paper. And I have all the obligations as any other citizen of this country, but I have no rights. I don't have access to healthcare, I don't have access to affordable housing, I don't have access to education. None of my basic human rights are respected. So again, like I'm on limbo right now, I don't have a status, but I do have all these obligations. You know, I want to move on my life, and moving on is taking me so long, but like why are denied these basic rights? And also, if Canada has the international obligation to implement the Refugee Appeal Division, why Canada haven't implemented? Just because the liberals didn't fund it back then, and now because the conservatives don't want to spend that money, why are they denying my basic right to do an appeal, right? For somebody else to look and to review my case, you know? Only one person is making the decision of another person's life. I don't think it's fair. It used to be 3 IRB members, now it's only 1, again, because of the money. Canada has tons of money to spend in war, Canada has tons of money to support the crisis economic system, but they don't have money to support humans. We are just here asking to live with dignity and to have a life with more respect. What's wrong with that, you know? The first world countries, the G8 countries, they went already to my country and to countries in process of development to take on my land, to take on our people, to do exploitation, you know? And when we come here, you know, to ask for a basic opportunity, why we are treated as nothing else but not humans, as everything else but not humans. So we need to do something about it. We know that the world system is broken. Look at this financial crisis right now. If we don't do anything about it, things are going to become worse. We need to stop thinking about just financial income. We need to think about humans. We need to think about how can we make this city, this country, and this world a better place to live. You know, we're all going to die, and we're taking with us nothing, right? So what's that need of materialism, you know, consumerism and all that? Like we just need to like wake up ourselves and reflect a little bit more and just try to help and support each other as a human, right? Not just looking at who can make more money and so on. I have I'm working as a school settlement worker, and it's a very, very tough and difficult position because all these students come to me and they are struggling with all these so many issues, right? Sometimes I see people that they come to ask help from me and they don't have a status, right? And it's a very, very like hard situation. Listen to all these people, you know, like that they are being exploited, that they are having all these difficulties, you know, they are like single mothers struggling, there are like people like single mothers with their kids back home. There are all kinds of situations, and unfortunately, there is just a limited resources that I can provide to these people, right? I was yesterday talking to a nanny. She came from the Philippines, and she was like, you know what? I've been here for 2 years, and I didn't know that the family that was sponsoring me were using another name, and they were not paying taxes. And now I'm screwed out. I was working 7 days a week. I was working 24 hours. I was doing all this stuff for them because I wanted to have a better living. So why now they are just kicking me out? They kicked her out a week ago, right? And then I'm telling her, well, you know what, like, in those cases, what can you do, right? So then, of course, I did some phoning and this and that, but it's so difficult to do some kind of, like, what are my resources that I can do for this person, right? And then it was another young woman, and she said, you know what, I'm having these issues at home, I need to leave. And I'm telling her, well, she doesn't have any income right now. And I'm telling her, well, you know, there are some good shelters specifically for women. Do you want to go to this place that can help you? We can like find out something for you for right now. And she's like, no, I'm coming from a country where genocide, it was like, I don't want to be with any other people around. I don't want to be in a shelter, you know, like I'm already traumatized by all these issues, so I don't want to go back. I'm here in this country to make a better living, not to go back to where I was, not to go back and live where I was living again, right? So there are so many things going on, and it's so unfortunate, you know, and we supposed to live in a humanitarian and compassionate country, but we are not. You know, I'm sure that most of you already hear about this stuff. So we just need to spread the word. We just need to help and strategize and work together. And how can we make this safer city for ourselves and for all the people living in this country? And there are so many myths. How much time do I have? I don't know, like for example, again, like there are so much myths about the non-status immigrants are here taking on the job of so many people. That's a completely untrue reality because we do contributions, right? For every single thing that we buy, we are paying GST and we are paying the PST taxes and everything, right? And I don't know, like there are like so many issues that we just need to get more educated ourselves on what's the reality and what's a myth. And I mean, like even by common sense, right? We are all humans. We just need to find out how can we change things. And we are working in a system that is being implemented since long time ago. We are in 2008 and we are in a completely different era. We are in a completely different world where the issues that we were living back then are not the same issues right now. So we just need to change and demand that our basic human rights be respected. And I just want to wrap up with that, and hopefully that we can strategize and work together as a community and stop dividing ourselves of who's young, who's not young, and stop blaming that because the older generation screwed out the system. Yes, they did, but now we need to work together to find out what solutions can we do, and also find out how can we make this like a better world for everybody, right? Not just us, this city. Thank you, everybody.